In this series, we'll start with the basics and work our way up, exploring each era of the game, opening packs, building decks, and dueling with classic and modern cards. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this series is for you. So stick around because the heart of the cards are calling, and together we will become true duelists. Welcome to the Garbage Lords Progression Series. Alright, Zach, so we didn't expect to be here quite so quickly, but we are. You have lost 3 episodes in a row, and you get to ban a card. So, what would you like to ban? Would you like to re-ban Raigeki Break?
Oh, buddy. So I don't know, man. I am upset. I should have gotten that, but I just couldn't draw anything but monarchs when I needed to, and couldn't draw monarchs when I needed to. But anyways, I am going to ban Mega Rock Dragon.
Ooh, interesting. So, no more Mega Rock shenanigans for me. That's a very interesting hit. I'm surprised.
I only have one. You have multiple. It works out best, and there isn't really a ton that can be banned realistically.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, there's a lot of cards that we have, like, that aren't mutually exclusive. You know, it's like, if you ban like Cyber Dragon, you lose yours. If you ban Wing Blast, you lose yours. If you lose Saku, Dimension Wall, there's a lot of cards that we just both have. That I can understand why you just want to ban the Mega Rock. All right, well, no more big dragon beats, I guess. So let's go ahead and get on into today's episode, which is Elemental Energy. Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Garbage Lords Progression Series. So, I didn't realize we were on a win streak, so that's going to be interesting. We will have to see what Zach bans and go from there. So, we are opening up Elemental Energy today, so let's go ahead and go through the card by card. So, in the Ultras, they're all Hero Fusions. All of them are Hero Fusions. Rampart Blaster is a card that I really like, especially in speed duels. When this came out, I played a Rampart Blaster Turbo list. The entire premise was Dead Rat could not hit over it, but it's not playable in this series. Neither Tempest nor Shining Flare Wingman are playable, I think. We can play like both of them, but it's not that good. I think Wild Edge is, however, a decent card. Yeah, attacks every monster. So 2600 can attack each monster twice, and actually uses good garnets. Wildheart is unaffected by trap cards, so it can't get bottomless or Saku'd or anything like that. And then Blade Edge is just a piercer at 26. So if this did piercing, that'd be extra good, but oh well, we'll deal with it. In the super slot, we have Blade Edge, we have Water Dragon, which not a good card, but the materials are Hydrogen. If this was a fusion, I think it would be playable, but it's not. We have BES Tetrid, which, I mean, no. Then we have the Dark Worlds. The Dark Worlds appear in this set, and I would have loved to open 30 just to get some more of them, but unfortunately we didn't get that lucky. We have VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon, a card that we will not be playing. Cyberblader is a fusion that I really liked, especially in speed duels, until I found out how it works. So if you guys didn't know how this card works, it only applies each effect, not all at once. So you can only have the 1 effect active, the 2 effect active, or the 3 effect active, not all. So this isn't just some crazy card that is unaffected by everything and can double the attack and can't be destroyed. No, it's only 1, which is very unfortunate. The standout card for this set is going to be Pot of Avarice. We really hope to pull this. I don't think we can afford to respin for it, but boy would I like one. We might end up swap frogging for one, because we do still have a swap frog ticket in our back pocket. Into the rares, we have the Jack, King, and Queen's Knight in here, which is just kind of weird considering it's released here, even though they were used in the anime for so long. We also have like some other cards. We have the Dark Worlds, we have the good ones like Brow, and then Silva is obviously crazy. This card needs to be banned, but that's my opinion. We have some Avion support. We have Hero Barrier, Chthonian Blast, Level Limit, all decent cards. Into the commons, we have some very interesting cards. Like I said before, Wild Edge is pretty good. Reborn Zombie is a It's a bad card. Hydrogeddon will be playable and probably see play in this episode. Infernal Incinerator is a card that I specifically remember from childhood as like, this card looks really cool, but it doesn't make any sense. Can you tell me what's going on in this artwork? I feel like Dora the Explorer. Anyway, we have some more Dark World cards, the familiar Possessed cards, which are not good. I do not want to send 2 monsters to the graveyard for an 1850. No, thank you. We have Dark World Lightning, which will probably be a standout back row removal for us. It's essentially a Raigeki break that's not a quick effect, but doesn't discard for cost. It discards for effect, so possibly playable. We have some more Ojama cards in Oja Magic and Oja Muscle, and then that's about it. Non-Fusion Era is a very funny card, especially when we get later into Yu-Gi-Oh's lifespan, but that's about it for this one. Let's go ahead and open up our 24 packs of Elemental Energy. Alright, 24 packs, let's flip them up.
So we got to witness the problems with Monarchs in the previous episode. Anyways, we get to open Elemental Energy, and this set, kind of nice. We are going to start with a solid 24 to see if we want to reroll before opening our last 6. Alrighty, let us flip up. And an ultra rare Rampart Blaster off the bat, as well as Azure. I don't like that. That's not good. Anyways, moving on. Hero Barrier. Hydrogeddon is very good. I want a playset of that. Queen's Knight. We're getting all the rares I don't want. Okay, there we go. A Silva. Solid card. Another Ultra. Shining Flare Wingman, and another Armed Challenger. But we do get 2 Dark Worlds here, which are pretty good. Scar is not very good, but the rest are. Another Silva out of the rare slot. Definitely will take that. Gateway is also a decent card. Flip up the next. Queen's Knight and a beige. Next one. Boom. Chthonian Blast. Yuck. Dark World Lightning's good, though.
Flip. And nothing here. I mean, beige is good. Forces of Darkness, I think, is also a decent card. Target 2 Dark Worlds in your grave, add those to your hand. Yeah, it's not bad. Flip them up. Ooh, Silva's not bad. Zure is very bad. I guess I shouldn't say that. 1800 Vanilla is not terrible. There's our first Hydrogen. We hope to see a playset. Rapid Fire Magician is fine. Dark Deal is really good. This is the first way you can get your opponent to discard your cards. Wild Heart is obviously good. Nano Breaker is interesting. Interesting. Flip them up. Another Hydrogeddon's good. Brawn. What does Brawn do? Just another discard engine. Another beige. A little bit over a third of the way through. Scar is the recruiter for the archetype, and another beige. So we have 3 beige.
Brow. Now that's a good card. Brow is just a draw 1. Draw 2 if your opponent discards it. Gateway again, and we do not want Chthonian Soldier. No, thank you. Another Dark World Lightning, and Level Limit Area A. Area A is not very good. No, thank you. This is Hero Blast, Weed Out, Boss Rush, another Hydrogeddon. I think that's our playset. Another Dark World Lightning. If we didn't have our playset before, we definitely do now. Another Level Limit Area A.
Really like to see some Brows and some Silvas. Well, there's a second Silva. It's not really great. Ooh, I don't like to see that. A little bit over halfway through. There's another beige. I don't want that. Simultaneous Loss. Not that great. There's a Dark World Lightning. I think that might be our first one. That sucks. There's our third copy of Hydrogeddon as well, and Loading are we? There we are. Okay, finally. I was about to say, am I gonna have to redo this? All right, flip them up. Another Chthonian soldier. This card isn't good if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's not great. All right, 2/3 the way through. There's another Dark World Lightning. That's fine. It's a King's Knight. Third Dark World Lightning for sure now. Come on, give me something good. Ugh, bronze, not good. Wild Edge. Oh, man. There's a Blade Edge. Okay, let's take a look. We got playset of Beige, playset of Wild Heart, 2 Scar, 2 Silva, 2 Brawn. I don't think Brawn is playable. We really wanted to get Brow. Alright, well, I think we're going to go ahead and add this to the collection and go from there. Well,
An ultimate rare Jax Knight. Okay. Oh, another area A. Hero Barrier and VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon. Another Silva, another freaking Elemental Hero Shining Flare Wingman. Oh, Area A. We just, I don't know. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm re-rolling this. We got a lot of high end. We got 3 ultras, an ultimate and a super, but all the ultras suck. Our ultimate was just a rare, and our super is the worst one. Plus, we only got 1 brow, so no thank you. We are going to re-roll this easy peasy. And that means we are opening a solid 30 packs of elemental energy. Avarice, please. It's not an Avarice, but I'll definitely take a Brawn. That's good. Another a Dark World Lightning and a Hydrogeddon. This is a decent first pack. Would only be better if there was a Hollow. Cyberblader. Another or a Silva. So that's good. There are 3 Dark Worlds in the rare slot, and we want a playset of all of them. Beige there. Next up, a Jax Knight. King's Knight. No, thank you. Beige, Dark World Lightning, Brawn, the bad one, Rapid Fire Magician Gateway, Queen's Knight Hydrogeddon. Really? An ultimate rare Queen's Knight. Sure. Brawn. Ultimate rare Shining Flare Wingman. It just really wants us a brow. Is that our first brow? It's our first brow. What the freak? Open the pack. Open the pack. Please open a good pack. I just please. No, what is happening? No, what's going on? Tempest. Why can't we get super rares? Why? An ultimate rare feather shot. VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon is terrible. Rampart Blaster. Tempest. Oh, a gold. That's actually really good. An ultimate rare gold. But we need Silvas and another brow to actually make that viable. Also wouldn't mind an Avarice. Loading. 4 ultimate rares. What the heck? Is Wild Edge an ultra? We have picked up every single Ultra. All right, it finally loaded. Let's flip. And another feather shot. Brow. Brow. Brow and an avarice. Oh, yes. All I want now is like another gold or another avarice. Another feather shot, no thank you. Okay, so place at a Dark World Lightning, place at a Gateway, place at a Brow, only one Silva, which kind of sucks. And then we got place at a Brow. We managed to get every single ultra rare. Just one of them is an ultimate. Gosh, I mean, it's a fine opening, I guess. Pot of Avarice is a solid, solid card. Same with gold. Yeah, I just wish we could have gotten more. We just don't have a ton of big lads, which is a little bit unfortunate. But we can definitely make a Dark World deck work. Anyways, I'll add this to the collection, and I'll see what I can cook up.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we need to resolve our wheel. So it just wasn't working at the end of the last episode, so we saved it for now. So let's go ahead and spin this wheel and see what we get. I'm not sure what I want. The only thing we don't want is the unbanned ticket, because that means we get 2 commons from last set, which there might be something, but let's go ahead and spin it and see what we get. And we get, 3 legacy packs. Very interesting. I'm not sure what I want. I think we're going to open up 3 packs of Pharaonic Guardian. I think the reason for this is we could get a 3rd Book of Moon, which would be great. We get a 3rd Reckless Greed, which is great. We get a 3rd Pyramid Turtle, which is also great. We get I think a 2nd Wangu. The short prints, nothing super necessary. Super rares, if we pull Necro Valley, good. Very cool. Ultra rares is really nothing we want. I mean, Nightmare Wheel and Guardian Sphinx are cool, but not necessary. We also get more chances at the Pac-Man cards. I've been talking about how much I would love another Swarm of Scarabs or Swarm of Locusts and a 2nd or 3rd Deslicuda. Other than that, I mean, we have a chance at another Trap Dust Shoot, some more Gravekeeper cards, and Terraforming. Would love to get some Terraforming. So let's quickly go ahead and open up 3 packs of Pharaonic Guardian. So 3 packs, here we go. First pack, Swarm of Scarabs. Hey, that's our 3rd. Anything else? Wandering Mummy, nothing there. Okay. Second pack, Dark Sake Syndrome is funny for burn, but it's really bad. King Tiger Wangu, hey, and Gravekeeper's Guard, hey, pretty good. Donzalug Ultra Rare, well, that's so much for me talking about not playing an Ultra Rare. 3rd pack, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, Terraforming, we got our 1 Terraforming. Swarm of Scarabs, no, I wanted a Swarm of Locusts, or Deslicuda. Gosh. Well, no 2nd Reckless, unfortunately, no 2nd Lakuda, but we did get Terraforming, a couple Swarm of Scarabs. Again, I would really like Swarm of Locusts. Locust is just better. We really are struggling for back row hate. But I will take a King Tiger Wangu. 2 more Raigeki Break. Jesus. Okay, well, let's go ahead and add this to collection and get on into deck building.
Right, so we're bringing Dark Worlds today. As you can see, this is a pretty concise list. I'm just gonna do a quick card by card so you guys get a feel. The whole point of this is just try and overwhelm with advantage and just get as many bodies on the board as possible. So we're gonna start with gold. This card's insane. PSCT does none of these cards justice. So what this does is if it's discarded, it special summons itself. But if it's discarded by your opponent, you special summon it and then destroy 2 cards your opponent controls that you targeted on activation. Next up is Silva. If it's discarded, you special summon. If it's discarded by your opponent, you place 2 cards from their hand to the bottom of the deck. It can't be 1, it has to be 2. But still, just 2 cards hand rip, which is nice. Then you got Beige. Beige is a free special. That's it. It's just on discard free special. On a 1600 body, that's pretty decent. Then we got Brow. Draw 1 on discard. If your opponent discards it, it's Pot of Greed. So nice. Next up, we have Brawn. This one isn't fantastic. The next 2 really aren't that great. It makes Dark Worlds just not quite as consistent, but basically, when it inflicts battle damage, discard 1 card. On an 1800 body, that's fine. And if you absolutely have to, you can do that. Next up, we have Scar. It's a recruiter. If it's destroyed, you add 1 level 4 or lower Dark World. That's it. Then we have a Sidra and a Sangan. Sangan can't search much, but can search a Brow and a Scar. That's about it, but still decent. Next up, we got Book of Moon, newly limited. Very good card. Then we have Brain Con. Just solid card. Then we have Triple Dark World Lightning. So this targets a set, doesn't have to be a back row, but it's probably going to be a back row, let's be honest. Pop it and then discard a card. So not only is it removal, but it also gets to proc all of our Dark World's effects, except for the bad ones. Then we have Drag Down. Both players reveal their hand, each chooses 1 card from their opponent's hand. So this means that it procs the if it's discarded by your opponent effect, even though it's our card that we're activating, because they are choosing it. We get to get our bonus effects off of Scar, or off of Silva, Gold, and Brow. So very solid card. Amazing. Then we have Lightning Vortex. Discard a card. This does not proc our effects because it's for cost. If it's for effect, then it does proc them. Oh yeah, and Drag Down draws a card on res. Another thing about Drag Down is we can just set a bunch of cards. That's why we're playing a low monster count. Just set a bunch of cards, activate Drag Down, so we have 1 or 2 targets that forces our opponent to discard the one that we want. So realistically, this is just free money. Then we got our new Pot of Avarice. Such a good card. Shuffle back 5, draw 2. I'm so glad we got this. And in a deck as fast paced as this is so valuable. Next up, we got 2 Upstart. We are playing 38 cards at this point. That's what's happening. Then we got 2 Bottomless. It's a good card. I'm trying to use as much removal as possible that does not discard for cost. 1, because that will not proc our effects, and 2, because this deck needs to hit fast and just keep plowing along, and it can't do that if it has nothing in hand. And so we're just trying to keep as many cards in hand as possible. Then we've got Compulse, Double Compulse, 3 Saku, 7 Tools, Trap Jammer, Magic Jammer, or Magic Drain, sorry, and then Triple Dust Shoot. He hates that this isn't limited. He keeps thinking it's going to get limited, and it's not. It is so funny. Next up, we have in the side 2 Mobius, 2 Thestalos. I honestly just don't know what to side in here. 3 Bait Doll if he's playing a super heavy back row deck, but I don't think he is. Next up, My Body. I don't think we're going to need this. We can just chew through his back row, chew through everything, and then just plow. Nobleman of Extermination, 1 Smashing, Triple Dimension Wall, and a Magic Jammer. Anyways, I think this is good enough. I'm going to be honest, I built this in like 2 minutes, did 0 testing, and then just threw the side deck together. And Now we're here. Let's hope I can get a win. I will see you guys in the games.
Alright, so we're here with this amalgamation of cards. I don't really know what else to call it. This is Dead Rat Hero, Dead Hero, something like that. The entire point of this deck is Giant Rat can both flex into Pyramid Turtle, which can flex into Ryukoki's, but can also flex into Wild Heart or Earth Hexield Fusion to go into our brand new copy of Wild Edge. Let's just go ahead and get into the card by card. There's not a lot to talk about here. Dark Triceratops is just a Monarch that also gets the Gaia Power boost. Blade Edge is the same thing. It is a 2-tribute Monarch, but we might as well play it as a Garnet just because we do have Earth Hexield Fusion. We have double Wild Heart, or triple Wild Heart, I should say. Double Giant Rat, 3 Gigantes, again a free special. Double Hyper Hammerhead. This is a tech from my Speed Duel days where this flexed you can flex into this off of Giant Rat, and this is essentially Construct, so it can help us clear stuff we wouldn't normally be able to get over. We have Injection Fairy Lily just because we might as well. This is a Giant Rat deck, so we might as well hit with the big lady. 2 Pyramid Turtle, 2 Ryukoki Sangan, Spirit Reaper, double Earth Hexield Fusion. This is how we can get into our Wild Edge. 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, 2 Gaia Power to pair with our 1 Terraforming, freshly out of the bonus packs. 1 Heavy Storm, double Miracle Fusion. I really don't feel like we need that many, considering we only have the 1. 2 Warrior Returning Alive. This is interesting because not only will it let us get back things like Wild Heart, if we need to, we can also put the Wild Edge back into our deck so that we can summon it off of Miracle Fusion. We have double Upstart, triple Compulse, 2 Sako, and 2 Kurogain. This is kind of the reason I was waiting to play Dead Rat for so long. I thought this card was a little bit better, but it's not bad. We can still do things like attack with Wild Heart, and then Kurogain away the Wild Heart to summon back a Giant Rat, which under Gaia Power is 19, you know, all those kinds of things. In the side deck, we have our triple Bait Doll. This is pretty much standard in every side deck at this point. For us, we have double Dimension Wall, triple Wing Blast, 1 Bottomless, triple Needle Sealing, and triple Mind Crush. I think this is a pretty simple list. We're trying to just play low to the ground and just kind of pick up the game over, advantage and, just kind of blow out cards like Miracle Fusion. So let's go ahead and see if we can't pick it up. Well, Zach, another set and another set of good cards slash not that great cards. I don't know how you feel
fun
about
cards, maybe.
yeah, I don't know how you feel about Elemental Energy, but like there's some definitely cool cards, but a lot that just bolsters existing strategies. So, oh well.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the sets.
It is one of the sets of all time, yes. I think next episode's going to be very interesting because we get to open up Duelist packs along with Shadow of Infinity, which is a very, very game-warping set. It changes a lot in terms of, not necessarily what's playable, but, like, it has a lot of implications in the future. But we'll get to that next episode. For right now, we have to see who wins in RPS.
Oh, never me.
Yeah, let's go. Unsurprisingly, I think we're back to going first. I think we're done with the janky OTK shenanigans. So, stand by or draw phase, draw for turn. Yep, stand by main phase. You can take 1,000.
Oh, well, that's very gracious of you.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy sometimes. Sometimes. We're just gonna set one and pass. We're starting today off slow.
All right. Draw. Stand by me.
Yep.
I'm a nice guy. I'll give you 1,000 as well.
Oh, we're so nice to each other. Speaking of Upstart Goblin, Pot of Greed is banned now. Finally, you no longer have to deal with poggers off the top.
Which I'm very happy about.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What do you got?
I think I'm just gonna start off with a Dark World Lightning targeting the set.
Yeah, that's good. It was a Saku.
I'll discard.
Oh, honestly, I did kind of have a feeling you'd be on something like this. Yeah. I mean, you did open 30, so your Dark World pools are probably a lot better than mine.
I'm just going to go battle and swing for 23.
I'll take the 23. You gave me a nice 1,000 life points to stave it off there for a bit, so.
Yep, and then I'll set and pass.
Draw phase, draw for turn. Standby, main phase. Well, this isn't looking great. I will just pass the turn.
All right, I'll draw then.
Mm-hmm.
Stand by main.
Yep.
I think that is correct. I'm gonna tribute summon Sidra.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Sure.
I'll set one.
Sure.
I'll activate drag down.
Ooh. Okay, sure. You discard yours, and then you can see my hand.
Oh. I'll get rid of Gigantes.
Sure, that seems not bad. All right.
And this Brow goes to grave.
Ooh, yep. So you get
So
your draw.
we each draw one card on resolution of drag down.
Oh, right, and then you get
and
your
then
draw
I will,
off of Brow, yeah.
I get 2 draws because you are the one that discarded the card.
Am I?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you're probably right. That's probably how it works.
So draw 2. I'm gonna go battle and then just swing in with the Sidra.
I'll take the 21.
I'll go main 2 and I'll set up pair and I'll pass it.
Sure. Draw phase, draw for turn. Standby main.
In standby, I will dust shoot.
Sure.
I mean, with all the draws, I gotta be getting something.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's that? Another card that isn't playable. I'm just gonna get rid of. I wish I could get rid of heavy, but I think it's gonna be. Yeah, that's a 2 tribute. Dark Triceratops. Dark Triceratops is
back
the
to deck.
pick. Yeah.
Shuffle, shuffle. Well, this is just too juicy to not activate here, so.
I'm gonna force you.
I will ditch. Ooh, well, what do I want to get rid of?
You could just not.
I could just not. However, this is still going plus, like, 2 in this exchange. I will ditch this Miracle Fusion to the graveyard.
Okay.
That was Compulse and Brain Con. Interesting. All right. Well, you know the contents of my hand, so I'll just pass it up.
I'll draw.
Yep.
Stand by main.
Yep.
I'm just gonna swing out a Brawn.
Sure.
Then I'll go battle. I'll swing for 18 and 21.
39 total?
Yep, I will opt not to discard off of Brawn.
Interesting. All right, well, I ain't got much left, so let's go for it. Yeah, you got it. God, that was so bad! Alright, well, very swift game 1. Let's see if we can't do something a little bit different this time around. Draw phase, draw for turn. Okay, this hand looks significantly better. Standby main. I will normal summon Elemental Hero Wildheart.
Ooh, unaffected by trap cards.
Correct. I will set... I'll set 1 for sure, just thinking on this last one. You don't have shit. I'll set another and say go.
I'll draw.
Yep.
I will normal summon a Brawn.
Sure.
Anything here?
Nothing on summon.
Okay, I'll go battle.
Sure.
I'll swing in.
I will sack through this.
I expected that. Main 2.
Yep.
I'll set the fort.
setting a fort, are we? All right, draw phase, draw for turn. Standby.
Standby, I will dust shoot.
Sure.
Let's get that Rio Kofi out of here.
Sure. Top of deck. Shuffle, shuffle. Welp, I will bait doll this one.
This one?
Yep.
That sucks. That's a bottomless.
Okay. So this goes back to the deck. Shuffle, shuffle. I'll activate Gaia Power.
Okay, so now it's at 2K, correct?
2K and at 1200 defense. We'll go battle. I'll try to hit direct.
Yeah, I'll take the 2K.
I mean, I can't imagine. This has to be a Book of Moon, otherwise it does nothing. Second main, go ahead.
I'll draw.
We got the wild heart beats going on.
Yeah, this is the play. I'm gonna Lightning Vortex pitching Book.
Vortex pitching Book, sure, to grave with him.
It sucks that I can't be using anything else for this, but I'm just gonna normal summon out Beige and go battle.
I'm fine with that. I'll take the 16.
I'll pass it to you.
Draw phase, draw for turn. Standby main. You can gain 1,000.
Oh, well, you're so kind.
I know I am. I'm just the nicest guy right now. Ooh. What do we want to do?
Pass turn?
No, not quite. I mean, this is just so... It's so good. I think I have to. I will special Gigantes by banishing Wildheart.
Yeah. I knew this was coming.
Any response?
None here.
Alright, battle, we will hit with 24.
I'll compulse and start a battle.
You're going to compulse it? Sure, to hand
If
it with
DB
him.
catches up.
Yeah, to hand with him. Second main, go ahead.
I will draw.
Yep.
Standby main.
Yep.
You know what? You don't have anything. I'm just going to go battle and swing for 16.
I'll take the 16.
I'll pass it here.
Draw. Ooh, that's not what I want to see. I'll set a card, and I'll pass it.
I'll draw. Standby main.
Yep.
I love seeing this. I'm going to activate Drag Down.
I can see why. Yeah. Do you want the Gigantes, or do you want the Earth Hex Sealed Fusion?
I want the Gigantes.
Sure. To graveyard with it.
And what card out of me would you like?
I can only imagine. Alright, so we both draw one. And then you get your gold.
Yep, I will gold. So it will special summon itself, and then because it was hit by you, I can target 2 cards and destroy them. So I'm going to target these 2.
Well, I know you're probably going to target that, yeah, so... this card is discarded. Your hand,
PSCT does no good for
if
any
this
of
card is
these.
discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, if it was discarded from your hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, so that's condition. It's an activate effect, or you're activating the effect.
Yes.
So how does this work? Is it still in the graveyard if I have to chain something? I think so.
It is, yes, it is still in the graveyard.
All right.
And it special summons and destroys at the same time. Or special summons then destroys on resolution of the chain.
Yeah, so I can't chain and bounce it. So I will chain this compulse just to put beige back in your hand. I wish I could put the gold back in your hand, but that is not a thing I'm allowed to do. To grave with this Earth Hex Sealed Fusion.
You know, I have it normaled, so I'll just normal summon beige.
Yep. At least fiended out your normal, so.
Yeah, I'll go battle 23 and 16.
16, 23. Not looking great for me. Let's see.
Main 2, set 1 and pass.
Draw. Standby main. We will... Interesting. What can we do? Oh, that doesn't work. Oh man, yeah, you got it. I I drew the Chark Triceratops, Earth Sealed, and then the draw off the drag down was a spiritual Earth Heart. And unfortunately,
Mm,
Gigantes is a must first be special summoned, and when you compulse him, he becomes a new card. He can't recognize that he was special
yes.
summoned, so. Unfortunate. That was a very quick game. Jeez. All right, so I guess we can talk. Oh, where the fuck were you? So I guess we can just quickly talk about this deck. So we did not see it at all. Possibly because I'm just bad at deck building, or you were just that was just really luck, like good hands from you and very bad hands from me. But this is Dead Rat with a hero package. So the entire point of
Mm.
this deck is Wild Heart is a good target off of Giant Rat because it can't be
Oh, I didn't even
compulsed.
see that you had a card in the extra deck.
Yeah. So the entire point of this is obviously you have Rat for Turtle and then Turtle for Koki. But the other thing is Wildheart is a decent target for Rat because it can't be compulsed or Saku'd. It can't even be dimension walled. So it's like a decent card to hit off of Rat. And then I also managed to pull a copy of Elemental Hero Wild Edge. So I was like, well, I can, if we play a slow enough game, I can get to Wild Heart, and after that goes, I can summon Wild Edge with either the Earth Sealed Fusions or the one copy of Blade Edge, which I did pull. Um, and then this can at least clear up Gummy board states, because it is 26. It would get the Gaia power boost to be 31. It can attack everything. Uh, the only problem is it doesn't have the same protection as Wild Heart. I love how with this card, right, they saw Wild Heart has trap immunity and Blade Edge has piercing. And they're like, nah, we ain't giving him any of that shit. He's just attack everything. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought this deck was really cool. There's a lot of really interesting cards with the Rat strategy, as you know. There's Hyper Hammerhead, which is essentially just Construct. There's Ryukoki, which you can get off Turtle, which is just an insanely strong. It's essentially just a Monarch that actually has a good effect for a Monarch. Gigantes we saw in the Mega Rock episode, in which it just kind of carried. But as we saw, if you don't have any Earths or you don't get to Rat, you're kind of not doing anything. I never
Yeah.
saw Giant
I
Rat
mean,
the entire, like, both games, and I think even if I did, there's a good chance I might have not actually been able to resolve it because of your, like, you have lots of removal kind of cards, but
I do have a lot of
oh
removal.
my goodness, your Dark World pool is insane. Look at this shit. So I pulled some amount of Dark World cards, but not nearly enough. I pulled 3 Lightning. I pulled a Silva and like 2 or 3 Beige, I think. But let's see, what is this? Is that 2 Brow? No, you have 3. You have a play
I
set
have
of
a place
Brow.
set. I
Dude,
have a
this is
playset
just
of everything except for gold and
Silva.
silver. I only have one of each.
Jesus, this is practically a constructed Dark World deck. Your Dark World deck is probably like as good as your Monarch deck now, maybe even
Yes,
better.
I would have wanted to have another gold because it is only a super, but I was able to pick up an avarice,
Oh, you
which
got Avarice.
yes,
Did
I
I
got
miss
one
that?
avarice.
Okay, it's not in here. Okay, I didn't miss it. You're just
I
not
just put
playing
in the
it.
spell traps.
Okay. Oh, you put it in your spell trap. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a great card. Wish I could have picked it up. Didn't. um, but oh well. Well, let's see if you get another gold from your winner's wheel.
definitely wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. Whenever it decides to load. There we go. Right, and then wheel. All right, here we are. All right, Zach. So we have your winner's wheel here. Obviously, we said you might want your super rare gold. Is there anything else you really want?
A snatch deal would be nice. Just overall, snatch deal is such a powerful tool in being able to take like a heavy storm or something
Yeah,
like that,
yeah, very
or Dark
fair.
Hole.
Now, I guess we have to ask the question before we spin this wheel. Do you want your two common cards?
I don't know.
You want the wheel?
After opening 30 packs, I have about 17 of each common. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but I have every single common at
All right.
playset.
Very, very fair. All right. How many clicks you want on the wheel?
Let's do 5 for the amount of cards you put back off of Avarice.
Fair enough. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you have spun. Oh. Oh no. Oh, I almost don't want you to have this. All
But I
right, Zach.
get
This is a new one for the Garbage Lords progression series. You have spun a wild card promo.
oh wow.
So we haven't. Now that we have one, we can go ahead and talk about this. So this is any card from a set we are not opening. All right. So it can be like from the Megatons if you want like Black Skull Dragon or something like that. It can be promos from video games. It can be promos from side sets. They have like the promos for when sets release, they hand out like ultra rares now of like secret rare cards, stuff like that. So that is what this wild card slice is, or this wheel
You
slice
know I'm
is.
picking up Millennium Shield from the McDonald's promo.
Yes, exactly. You can pick up McDonald's promos. Basically, any set that you couldn't, any card that you couldn't like get in a pack, essentially. And if you're confused about it, we can run it by each other and say like, "Hey, is this cool?" It's like, yeah. I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate if you have to do that because then it's like, well, now I know. But the only thing I'm happy about is we are not at Stratos yet. That's all I'm happy about. But
Dang.
I can imagine what card you're going to be picking and what card I'm going to have to deal with. But we will find out in the next episode. Catch everybody later.